Getting tabled.
Getting tabled.
Getting tabled.
Getting tabled.
Getting tabled.
Getting tabled.
With the Bruce, the Yank, and Captain Socks.
"2021 was a hard year, much like 2020 was. But truth be told, despite all of that, I actually think it's been a fairly good year for tabletop gaming. Granted, for a lot of it we couldn't get together. Tabletop Simulator did help some people with that, but there are others that just genuinely won't touch it because it's not the same thing to them. The reason I'm saying that it was a fairly good year for tabletop gaming is that, truth be told, we've had a surprising amount of really good releases from some very good companies. So, what are we doing next episode? Largely, next episode is going to be very reminiscent of your flashback TV shows that you used to get in the 90s. So like The Simpsons at the end of their season. There's like 3 or 4 of them throughout the run of the show where they kind of just call back to old things. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. But my intention with doing this is kind of a best of from the year. Most of the topics that we cover will be things that we have considered to be highlights, a couple that we will consider to be lowlights. There's one story in particular that we're not really sure how to judge it yet because it's kind of a little too early to know. For me, there's going to be a couple of games that I discovered that are, in my eyes, game changers as far as my outview is concerned. Some answers to some challenges that I'd actually put out there a couple of years earlier and then discovered that, oh, people have actually done this. So that's the sort of thing that we're looking at. The general run of it is going to be an introduction from the person about what it is that they talked about. We will then flash back to the episode and then come back to that person. So I'm introducing a subject because I really liked it when we covered that in Chill and Pen. We then cover the topic, bring up the actual original footage, and then we come back to me and I explain to you what I really liked about it and why I think it's a highlight. It's a very stupid example, obviously, but that was the point. So it's something that's going to be a little bit different. This isn't like an awards thing of any kind. This is our personal highlights from the stories that we've covered. There is a challenge that I have for you guys, though. Regardless of whether you're Patreons or just people that follow generally, this is a challenge that I have for you. If there's a subject that we've covered this year that you really enjoyed, if there's a game that we haven't spoken about that you really think we should, we want to hear from you. Ideally, I'd like to have 2 or 3 things at the end of the show that came directly from the audience, if I can get enough interests and comments for it. Comments is one of the things that we really struggle with. We do get a couple of them, but I'd really like to get some traction on this because I think on this particular episode it's going to be very important. You don't have to have watched everything. You don't have to have seen everything. You don't have to be a supporter. But if there's been something this year that you've seen that we covered, that you enjoyed, regardless of whether you agreed with what we said or not, if it's something that you've gotten something from, we'd like to hear from you. And we'd like to be able to feature that among 2 or 3 people in the next episode. Our normal recording date would mean that for people in the US, that episode will drop on Christmas Day. For the people in Australia, it would be dropping on Boxing Day. I felt that something might actually be an important thing for us to start doing. Because we do cover a lot of news. We try to cover the most up-to-date stuff that we can. So, that's the plan. Love to hear from you guys. This video is going to be one of the very rare ones that we put out straight away and don't hold back on our Patreon. That's because I want to give people as much opportunity to get their voice out for this one as they can. I will be sharing this video across everywhere that we normally would. And I may actually share it again next weekend, just as a reminder. Give us your feedback, guys. I'd really, really appreciate it on this one. Thanks. Thank you very much for checking out this video. If you're enjoying the content of this channel, please like, and subscribe. If you're in a position to do so, please check out patreon.com/gettingtabled. You receive early access to at least 80% of all videos that we put out, and you get access to the video edition of all of our podcasts the day that they're uploaded. If you'd like to check us out on social media, facebook.com/gettingtabled is the most active. We also have a Discord server. You can email our team at gettingtabled@gmail.com. If you're on either Twitter or Instagram, you can find us at gettingtabled. And until next time, play more.